Quinn stared long and hard at the message. He reread it multiple times. It can't be. Why did I get XP from reading that fantasy book? He had to test it out. He had read books about abilities, but not a single one had given him XP. For some reason, this one did. He picked up another fantasy story. He chose one about dragons titled Reincarnated into a Human. Quinn did the same as before, quickly skimming through the book. He only read the headings. When he closed the book, however, there was no reaction. He expected as much. He picked up another book about vampires. Quinn had to know if vampires had anything to do with it. He skimmed through it, exactly as he had done with the other book. When he finished, there was no notification. Quinn theorized that after reading books about abilities, the system rewarded him. The delayed message coincidentally appeared right as he finished reading about vampires. Quinn didn't want to think about the alternative possibility. The vampire book couldn't possibly be related to his ability, could it? When Quinn returned to his desk, he noticed Vorden was gone. He couldn't blame him. Quinn had taken a long time. Vorden must have gotten bored. Quinn looked outside the window and noticed the sun was starting to set. He had been in the library for 6 hours. He had not even noticed the time fly by. When Quinn was about to leave, a new notification appeared in front of him.
Daily quest number 2 has been completed. 5 XP received. 20 out of 100 XP.
Quinn felt giddy every time he received a message that got him closer to 100 XP. Under that giddiness, though, he felt dread. Something told him that this would end poorly. He had no choice. He had to see this through to the end. Quinn hoped it would lead to a level up. The system mentioned that he couldn't use the shop function until he reached level 10, so there had to be a way to level up. He wished there was a quicker way to do it, though. With only 2 daily quests, it would take over a week until Quinn reached level 2. He couldn't do much about it. He had to be patient. As Quinn left the library, he decided to head to the battle arena. He wanted to try something out. As he walked down the hallway, he saw a student being pushed up against the wall. The boy being bullied had been hit a few times already. Quinn saw the bruises on his face. Quinn sighed, feeling dejected. The bullying had already started. Quinn caught a glimpse of the bully's wristwatch. The boy was a level 1 ability user with a power level of 1.2. Quinn was surprised. The bully was barely stronger than him. The boy could only bully people who had a power level of 1.0, such as Quinn or Peter. As he thought of Peter, Quinn recognized who was being bullied. Peter scrambled for his glasses on the ground, much as Quinn had done on his last day of school. Quinn debated whether or not to get involved. He hated bullies more than anything. They had ruined his life. But if he intervened, chances were that he would become a target as well. Quinn made up his mind. He wanted to test his strength. Fate presented him with the perfect guinea pig. The student in front of him was only a power level of 1.2. There was a good chance Quinn could win, especially since he wasn't weakened by the sun. The bully lifted his fist again. Peter cowered. The bully shouted in Peter's face.
You think you can just bump into me? Saying sorry isn't nearly enough.
Quinn walked by, pretending he didn't see the fight. The bully didn't notice Quinn until Quinn bumped into him. The bully stumbled, missing his punch. The bully sized Quinn up. His eyes landed on Quinn's watch. He grew confident after seeing the low number.
What is a level 1 piece of trash like you doing?
Quinn smiled at him. I was waiting to see how long it would take for someone like you to appear. I thought it would at least take a couple of days before scum like you would act out. The bully puffed out his chest.
And what do you think you're gonna do about it?
Peter worried about Quinn. Quinn revealed earlier that he had no ability. The bully did have one. Peter thought they might stand a chance if the two of them fought together, but he was too afraid. He wanted to avoid any conflict. Peter had been hurt his whole life. He didn't want to be hurt anymore. He believed that was how the world worked. The people on the top bullied those weaker than him, and in turn, they bullied the even weaker ones. Peter had tried fighting back. He threw a punch when he was younger. He even managed to hit the person in the face. It only made things worse. He was beaten 10 times harder than normal. The bullying got worse after that. The student picking on Peter had a similar experience. He'd been bullied all his life. He wanted to be on the other side of the pain he'd felt. He didn't want to be at the bottom of the food chain anymore. Quinn noticed that the student had both of his hands held behind his back. It looked like he was preparing something. A notification appeared before Quinn.
An enemy ability user has been detected. Initiating battle mode. You have received a new quest. First fight. Defeat your opponent. Reward. 50 XP.
Peter thought Quinn had gone mad. Quinn had a giant grin on his face. He held up his hands, ready for a fight. Peter didn't know that Quinn had finally found a fast way to level up. This was exactly what he'd been looking for.